And into a big hurt in the National League. Inky does it again. Look out. Hide the women and children. 19th homer, 6th in the last 5 starts. Inky's fan club on hand. Benito leaves the yard in a hurry in the bottom of the second off Terry Mulholland. Santiago's 10th on the year. Marlins still down 3-2. That would change. We're tied at 3, still in the second. And Henry Cotto, 2-run homer off Mulholland. The Marlins go up 5-3. Cotto's third. Mulholland, 6 runs, 6 innings, including the 3 home runs. Lenny Dykstra at third. In the 9th, Phil's trailing 6-5. Brian Harvey freezes Dave Hollins. That would be a backward K in your scorebook. Harvey, 34 saves, 37 chances. Charlie Huff's first win against the Phillies since 1976. Florida, 3 home runs, a team record. They are last in the major league in home runs. The always dangerous Steve Lake to face Greg Hibbard. Didn't have a major league hit in his career. He came up with a pretty big one. Over Mark Whitten's head, Sammy Sosa scores from second, and the Cubs led it 2-1. Hibbard got some helping hands. Ray Sanchez, Steve Buechele getting Bernard Gilkey. Great outing by Hibbard. He did it all with his bat, with his arm. Prior to his game winner, Hibbard a mere 0 for 37 in his 3 years.
He's down. Top of the first, it's Mark Langston and Jason Beret, and going down to second. The name Louis Polonia ring a bell. He's safe. It's going to be a tough afternoon for Ron Karkovice. 34 steals, 35 steals, Polonia. Safe, safe, safe. Next pitch, Tim Salmon inside outs, a beautiful RBI single. The center and the Angels lead 1-0. And then the Angels tried to make it stand up. Frank Thomas, the big hurt, inspired by the big Muhammad Ali. But check out Chad Curtis against the fence like the infielder he used to be. What a great unknown player. Bottom of the 9th, Angels up 2-1, 2 out. Burks at third, Johnson at second. Mike Butcher fans, Ron Karkovice. Bad day. That's the ball game. Ali shows up, but the White Sox stop hitting. They've lost 4 of 5. Langston's 3-0 against them this year, and the Cherubs are 6-3 overall against Chicago. Langston having a heck of a year. KC and Oakland. What's Mark McGwire doing while rehabbing? In the booth. You'll never get better there. Wally Joyner, opposite field. Mike Aldretti, normally considered a first baseman. Great catch. He's out. Ron Darling was the beneficiary of such defense, and we had defense throughout this ball game. Lance Blankenship, former infielder himself. He goes left, he goes right. He looks like a receiver trying to shake off the defensive back. He makes the catch. Well, we don't have to go hang it in a museum, do we, Lance? Then not to be outdone, Brian McRae, a little bit more straightforward. This could be a mess. No. Avoids the catch and avoids dropping the ball. The Royals hang on to win 4-3. Troy Neal drives in all 3 for Oakland. The Brett infield single in the first, his 2,000th single in his career.
Facing Greg Vaughn, Hinken, gone. 23rd on the year. 1-0 Brewers on the solo home run. Game got a little chippy. Ricky Bonas rushing back Ricky. Well, Bonas knocks down Tony Fernandez, and then Hinken says, forget that. If you're going to do that, I'm going to do that to your guy. Vaughn gets nailed. Vaughn would get his revenge in the 6th. Gone. A moment of silence for this. 24th on the year. Brewers knock off the Jays, winning it by the final of 5-2. Bonus goes the distance, picks up the victory. First career complete game. Oleru, by the way, went 1 for 3. A single, walk, RBI, also a whiff. And he flew out to center field.
Bottom of the 5th, game tied at 1. 1 on for Ron Gant against Jeff Fassero. That's out of here. Ron Gant, 27 home runs this year. Braves lead 3-1. But Les Expos don't quit. Who else? Number 33. The big kid, the former hockey goalie, the amateur magician himself, Larry Walker, takes Steve Avery over the wall, his 15th of the year, and the Braves lead down to 3-2. In the 9th, who's the closer for the Braves? Is it Mike Stanton? Is it Jay Howell? It's Greg McMichael, the rookie who made the team out of AA and AAA ball last year, facing Darren Fletcher, a looper to left field. Dave Justice on his on his belt to make the great catch. Hey, it's the Nolan Ryan thing all over again. The toast of baseball. What does that tell you? 3-2 the final. Avery's 12-4 in his 16 decisions. In his 24 starts, the Braves are 19-5. In other words, statistically, the Braves are better off from the target center. No, that's something else. Those targets are not specific enough. It was for Barry Bonds. Instead, it was Jeff Bagwell going yard in the first, 1-0. Then in the second, Hickerson on the mound still. Scott Service, that's yours. This one to left center, and the Astros are up 2-0. It's 2-1 in the 8th inning. Now Houston, when Steve Finley facing Jeff Brantley, and he goes a perfect, complete set. We had one to left center, and now one to right. Fair ball, 3-1, 3 Strohs homers. But when Ken Caminiti tries for an ordinary base hit, who's there to rob him? Barry Bonds. No home run, great catch. Meanwhile, Mark Portugal continues to thrive against the Giants. Gets Matt Williams for the strikeout. Astros win 4-1, and Matt is not happy. Matt is annoyed. Something came off when Matt took his cap off. 5 in a row for Portugal, 2 since the Astros did not trade him to the Yankees at the deadline. Hickerson pitched well, 7 hits, just the 2-run dinger to Bagwell, career
First, Chuck Knobloch gives Domingo a Dear John letter. Second home run of the year for Knobloch. Twins go up 1-0. We go to the 6th, 2 out, 2 on, and Donnie Baseball with the 2-bagger as he shops into the gap. Deion James and Spike Owens score, and the Yankees take the 2-1 lead. We would hear more from Mattingly a little bit later on. In the 7th, John has a 4-1 lead. 2 on, 2 out, and stayed in for 1 pitch too many. Gene Larkin making him pay for it. The 3-run homer, his first home run of the year, game tied at 4. In the 8th, bases loaded, 1 out for Danny Tartabull. Check swing, called a ball. Manager Tom Kelly can't believe his eyes. 2 pitches later, Tartabull would walk, brought in Wade Boggs, made it 5-4. We go to the 10th, tied at 6. And Don Mattingly changes all of that. 12th home run of the year. This one off Rick Aguilera, and the Yankees go on to win it by the final of 8-6. Farr, who blew the save, earned the win. John, who started the season in Double-A, allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, 6+ innings of work. To Tiger Stadium, where the Red Sox faced a former Red Sox. Scoreless in the 2nd until Cecil gone. Off John Dobson, upper deck, solo shot, 27 on the year. 1-0 Tigers. Tigers up 2-0 in the 6th when former Sox Tom Bolton tossing a gem facing Luis Rivera and freezes him. Rivera would K 3 times. Still in the 7th, 2-0. Bolton induces the 4-6-3 DP from Andre. Bolton facing 2 over the minimum through 7. Bottom of the 7th, Cecil up again. 2 runners aboard. They can walk home. This one leaves the yard in a hurry. This one off Paul Quantrill. Tigers go up 5-0. They go on to win it by the final of 5-1. Cecil 5 RBIs. He has 95 for the season, trying to lead the majors for the 4th consecutive year in that category. Albert Bell at the plate, 2 aboard, and sends one deep to right center, and Mark McLemore with the letter-perfect catch. Are you impressed? Kenny Lofton wasn't, tagging from 3rd. Wayne Kirby wasn't impressed. He tags and scores all the way from 2nd. 2-0 Tribe. In the 6th, runners on the corners, tied at 2. Carlos Martinez says, can Harold Reynolds still catch? You bet. Game still tied at 2. 4-2 Tribe in the 8th. Albert Bell at 2nd after a double. Mark Williamson, the wild pitch. And guess who's coming plateward? Bell scores from 2nd. 5-2 Indians. We go to the 8th. O's down 5-3. Mark Parent. A 3-run homer. His first home run of the season. Almost hit it there. Orioles go up 6-5. Bottom of the 11th. McLemore at 3rd. 1 out. Mike Devereaux. The fly to right. And McLemore, who deserves some MVP votes, considering what he has added to this team this year, testing Kirby's arm. Glad he did. O's win it 7-6, 7th consecutive win as they sweep the 3-game series. McLemore said afterwards, everybody's feeling the same way, no matter what the score is or what the inning is.
Final score earlier. Ken Griffey in center field, starting with an errorless streak of 573 consecutive chances. Bottom of the 3rd, runners at 2nd and 3rd. Gary Reedus, the single up the middle. And it's past Griffey for an error. To score, Mario Diaz and Donald Harris. 2-0 Texas. More trouble for Randy Johnson in the 4th. Gives up a solo home run to Juan Gonzalez. 3-0 Rangers. Johnson's been in the Seattle doghouse for reasons like that. On the 3-0 count, he hits Julio Franco. And they eject Randy Johnson. They ejected Lou Piniella earlier. Now here's the nightmare moment. We've never seen the Herb score play from 1957. This is the way it has been described. Unbelievable. Right off Brad Holman's face. Mario Diaz with the line drive. They would have to take him off on a stretcher. Unfortunately, here's the replay. The follow-through on Holman's delivery took him right into the path of the line drive. Brad Holman taken from the field in a stretcher. He had been recalled from the minor leagues hours before to replace an injured Norm Charlton. So the Griffey streak is over, but obviously all concerns after that game about Brad Holman, the rookie pitcher of the Seattle Mariners.
Mike Schmidt theory.
In the National League, to Shea Stadium, the Pirates and the Mets. Top of the 3rd inning. Jay Bell of the Pirates. Weak ground ball of Frank Tanana. Beniak double clutches. Bell now has a 15-game hitting streak. Top of the 5th inning, tied at 2. Jeff King now against Tanana with a slashed single through the hole on the left side. Here comes Bell for a 1-run Pittsburgh lead, and that was all Zane Smith would need. It's Chico Walker in the 8th, and then in the 9th inning, Eddie Murray, forget about it. We can feel the breeze from there. A complete game, 9-strikeout effort. Zane Smith with his first complete game in 13 months and a week. The Mets news. No one was indicted or accused of anything. Brett Saberhagen is going to have surgery and is on the disabled list. No, they're not removing Clorox from the knee. And the former All-America Bobby Jones has been called up by the Mets to replace Saberhagen in the lineup. In San Diego, the Rockies and the Padres. Here's a picture of the team picture of the new Padre lineup. Second and third inning, Doug Procale for the Padres. Vinny Castilla lines one off. Phil Plantier. What kind of play was that? The ex-Pod Gerald Clark and Danny Schaefer score 3-0 Colorado. And Mo Sanford up for his second start with the Rockies was fantastic. Humiliates Jackie Gutierrez. And the Rockies go on to win 5-2, ending the 13-game losing streak, which had been the longest in the majors this season. Longest for a team from expansion, obviously, since the mid-'70s. Sanford has won 2 games in his life, both in San Diego, on August 8th, 1993, and on August 9th, 1991. In L.A., Larry gets a lube job. Larry Luber's in trouble from the onset for Cincinnati. Already 1-0 Dodgers in the 3rd, and Eric Karros, it's deep in, and I don't think it's playable. 3-run homer, the famous curve it around the foul pole at Dodger Stadium. 4-0 L.A., Reds comes back. Greg Tubbs, the big guy, off Corey Snyder, playing third base. Green scores, Dorsett scores, Kevin Mitchell makes it to third, 6-5 Reds. And then a reprise of Friday when Karros beat Dibble with a home run. No, sir, it's Dibble's turn this time. The Reds win 8-5, and Johnny Ruffin, called up just Saturday by the Reds, gets the win in his big league debut. So he is 1 up on the guy the Reds traded to the White Sox for him, Tim Belcher.